Hello Minecraft, this is Takeanarrow, and today I'm on the CT server. I'm going to do a tour of the zombie arena, just sort of like a walkthrough of how to set it up and just look around and that sort of stuff. We're going to have a tryout on this Saturday, so this is kind of for the people on the server that are going to come and anybody that's interested in building one as well. So this is the nether hub. This is where everyone puts their pathways to their bases, obviously, and so this lower level is for to the players' bases, and then the upper level is for like games and over here CT had set up a trading post, like a shop sort of thing, but he's moved that. But at the moment I'm the only one that's got a path to some sort of game or like that. This is where you get to the mob arena. Obviously all of this needs to be sorted out, but it's low priority. So if we hit down here, it's not too far, so there we go. Alright, here we are. So this is the main entrance into the arena. I've only done a floor so far, haven't done anything for the walls or roof, but like I said, low priority. And here we've got sort of branches off 3 different areas. The players go on the outside areas here, just like the sign says, and the spectators just come up there if you want to just to spectate. I doubt many people are going to use that area. And it branches off again. We've got team rooms this way and also this way. And to get first, you want to be heading down to the control room. That's where basically the brains of the game are. And what I did here is I made it. This is all slabs, so mobs can't spawn. So I did have this dark. I don't know if I really needed it. I was thinking more like kind of like a stadium entrance, but because this is only going to the control room, I don't think it's really needed. Right, and in here I've had a bit of a tidy up, sorted out the floor, added a few things. But when you first get down here, the first thing you want to do is you want to come here and hit this button. This will allow, this turns off all the lighting in the spawners, which are behind these walls, and that will allow mobs to spawn. And if you're standing on this redstone mat here, or redstone block area, it will allow for both spawners to be spawning. But obviously if you're only standing over here, you're only going to have one. So just while you're, if you turn that on first, then while you're selecting all the other stuff and doing whatever else you need to do, they'll spawn anyway, but most likely only from one spawner. And then the next thing is this is where you can store your gear. So I'll do that. So you'll probably just throw your gear up here, and then just take the sign and label, which is your chest. Just so you don't need to worry about getting gear mixed up. There's also an ender chest I threw up here just because a chest won't store your entire inventory if you've got everything full, so you can just throw any excess up there. And then the next thing over here is the spider spawner difficulty. So at the moment it's set to off, and that will turn off the spider spawner, so no spiders will spawn. But if you hit easy, actually I better just quickly show it in off first. Alright, so this is where the spider spawner is. It's under here. I can't remove any blocks to show you, but under there's a spider spawner, and basically I've filled in bricks everywhere that they can spawn. And at the moment there are no spaces for them to spawn. Alright, so I'll hit it on easy and we'll show you how it changes. Alright, so I did grab my my sword and some food just so I can survive this. Basically what will happen is on easy is the 4 corner blocks will retract, and that will allow spiders to spawn in these 4 blocks. It should make it so that the rates will be incredibly low, because I've only got 4 chances out of like what is it? It's like 180, 192 possible places that can spawn, so it's pretty low, but it should be that if you're in the area. Yeah, I can hear one now. I did grab my sword and some food just so I can deal with them, but and there he is. Obviously you're not going to have diamond swords, diamond enchanters. Well, yeah, I'll go through that in a minute. Alright, and the last one on there is hard. And basically what that does, it takes away 1 row right around the perimeter of where the spawner can spawn. So what's that? It's there we go. And it increases it a lot more so that it will be a lot faster and more frequently spiders should spawn. So yeah, I'm going to turn this off quickly because otherwise I'll end up dying. Alright, so the other thing with the spider spawner is up here there is this block of purple wall with the 4 buttons on. Basically it's kind of like a chance game. You've got to jump up and hit the button, and then there's a dropper behind that, and you've got a 1 in 9 chance of activating some redstone, which will allow a random weapon to drop out of a random dropper. So either that one or that one, and it's not random. Well, it's not completely random, but majority of the time you won't know which one it's coming out, and the item that it drops will be random. So at the moment I've only got just thrown a sword in each of them, but I'll give it a go. Actually, I think that was it. Yeah, so it's dropped that item out. It's not very loud. I'm probably going to need to add like a note box or something like that that will make it easier to hear, but with all the zombies running around I think it will be hard. So I might add a note block and a light indicator up there. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll add that before Saturday. Alright, so the next thing, right, so you run down here, you'll hit the spawners on button, dump your gear in one of these, label it, select your difficulty. I'll just go off for now. The next one is going to be lives. So that'll, obviously that just indicates how many times you can die before your game's over. If you choose 1, then basically as soon as you walk out of your, and this, you get a bit of lag when you hit this as well, just for all the redstone updates and that. And you got 3, 5, and infinite. So I'll just go infinite now. And then this is the random team selector. So basically, if you don't already, choose your teams before you play the games, and basically this is just a little addition that can make it easier for selecting it. Basically hit that, light will go on, basically saying that you're using it, and you'll get a different coloured ball. So I'll throw a chest down there, and then basically come over and stand by your colour. I've got a few stacks in there of each colour, so if you want to, like if there's only 8 of you, and you don't want to have to, so like, and have 4 blue come out or something like that, obviously you're not going to have 4 blue on one, 4 got people on one blue team. So I'll probably make it so that you'll have access to the dropper, so it's easier for you to change it, rather than having to constantly click it until you get the right colour or an available colour. Yeah, so that's for that. And then once everything's sorted out, you'll probably need to stand AFK on this pad for a bit. Just because at the moment, what have I got? 26 entities, and I've been here for a bit, but I haven't really been standing here, so it hasn't been spawning that fast. We've only tested it once with about 40 or 50 zombies. It wasn't any lag. Tried it before that with about 100 zombies. There was a bit of lag. I think the reason for that was that there were a lot of exposed areas that they were falling into and they couldn't get out, so it had that whole tracking bug that was going on. I'm not sure if that's still in the notification about. Yeah, so this hasn't been tested yet with a decent amount of zombies. Ideally, I think 100 to 200 would be a good number for about 4 to 8 players. You see a little wiring up there as well. I can't cover that, just the way the redstone ends up. So yeah, the next thing you want to do is once you've got the right amount of zombies, you'll head back down here. And then either way, this way or that way. And then you've got a bit of a display thing here. It tells you what way to go if you want to find your team room. This runs right around the arena perimeter, so it is quite a long run if you're going to red. I think it's on the other side of blue. I probably will add some more pathways later on from the control room, but where the control room is at the moment, it will run. Basically, there's nowhere to go apart from down that corridor, so I'll probably add little branches off the corridor that leads to the control room. But at the moment, I'm just going to go into blue. Yeah, we'll just go in here first. So this will be your team spawn room. So the first thing you'll need to do is to sleep in. Oh, it is night time, so that's good. So you'll sleep in there to set your spawn, and then when you actually, I've got to. I will put that in there for now. Yeah. Then this is a armor dispenser. So basically, you'll walk under here. Oh, it's because I got them on. Yeah, it'll give you all your armor, a sword, and a bow. Then you'll have to come into the chest and select your arrows and your food. You shouldn't need much food because, well, you could need a bit of food, but when we were doing the test run, there was a lot of deaths. So, but now we're using iron armor, so it might make it a bit easier. And then basically, once you're all equipped, this won't be here. This will be completely gone. That's just to allow me to gain access into here. But once you're in here, you're in here. You can't get out. There's no way out. Then you'll come along here, and once your team's ready, you can just hit the ready button. That will turn that light on, indicating that your team is ready. And when you're ready, everyone just needs to stand on this pad. This is the starting pad. This is where every team's got a different color for them to start on. Stand on here and basically wait for the green light to light up. Obviously the two orange ones will go up first, and the green one will go on. The zombies will release, then you can run around and kill each other and all that. The countdown will only begin once everyone is ready, so all of these buttons need to be pressed. So at the moment, the way I've got it set up, if there's only 3 teams, someone will have to go and press the other team that's not playing. I do plan to change that with a little some levers down the bottom where you can select what teams are actually playing and which ones aren't. But at the moment, all the buttons need to be pressed regardless of how many people are playing, like how many teams are playing. So right over here. Actually, I'm not going to do that one just yet. I want to show the arena off. Was it good? Alright, so this is kind of like the obstacles that me and Ahmed set up. I did most of it. He came up with the idea with this though, which basically what happened is I built this thing here without I made it out of cobble and oak planks, I think, and then he just did his thing, made it look a lot better, and I think he might have changed it around a little bit as well. And then the next time he was on, he built this thing, and I thought this was really cool. You got little peepholes here to shoot people through. You've also got fake doors. So this isn't actually a door, so I imagine a lot of people come running over here thinking it's a door. And then, yeah, so I really like this. So I've added more just all over the place, sort of spread out. There's a big one over there, there's kind of a smaller one. You know, just I wanted to keep it so it was still pretty open, that you could run around a lot and you still get a good view if you become a spectator. But yeah, there's some you know, high spots you can try and stand on. And what I tried to do was make it so that zombies are able to go anywhere that you can go. So there's no sort of, I mean, obviously if you come here, I know zombies should jump up. I mean, there's some places that zombies won't try to get to, but they might be able to work their way around to you. And there's places that you could get to, like over here. No, can't go on that one. That one. Oh, there's some around that that zombies will struggle to get to, but that you're pretty much left wide open to someone shoot you off anyway. So I mean, I couldn't imagine if the zombies couldn't get up here, I wouldn't imagine you'd want to stand up here just trying to fight, because you become an easy target for the other players with arrows. And I wanted to keep it open as so that arrows and swords are equally viable. So there's plenty of little areas that you can kind of hide behind when you're being shot at by an arrow, and sort of run up with someone and to someone and hit with a sword. And these little areas here, you know, makes it sort of close quarters to use a sword in. But yeah, there's still plenty of open area to use arrows and that sort of thing, and the zombies should track pretty easily through here. Alright, so I'll hit the last yellow one. Right, so now all teams are ready. All the lights are on. Lights are on there. And the first light should light up. There we go. So game is underway. So second light. Well, there's only 3 left now. That's probably because I've been despawning as I've been running around, because if you're outside of 32 blocks, I think it is, they will they start despawning. But you're not going to be messing around as much as I was, you know, having to switch everyone else's lights on and talking crap about the arena. So actually, let's test some of this out. So they should track up. No, they're stopping there. Ah, I see. Yep. Oh no, get out. The other thing with the zombies as well is that there's a chance that when they're hit, they'll respawn, or they'll spawn additional zombies in other places. But all of this is wooden slabs, so 90 as well. Hopefully this won't be an issue when there's like 10 or 20 of them chasing him, because some of them will actually walk around him. Right. And yeah, so that's it for the meantime. Then basically once the game's over, there'll be plenty of armor around. Actually, what will happen? What could happen is if you've got lives on, 3. Alright, so you have 3 lives. When you run through, that'll... So when you first enter, that'll take 1 life away. Then when you run through again, that'll be your 2nd life, and then... There we go. So the next time you die, you'll respawn in here and your door will be closed. So you can't get back into the game now. It's game over for you. But these doors up here will open up and you can come up here and you can watch the rest of the fight play out. Then what will happen is the game, after whatever the conditions you say that you decide on for the win, for the game to be over and declare a winner, whoever's up here will have to go blue side. To the blue side and head back to to the control room. Down here. And if you just hit the infinity lives again, little lag, that will make it so that you can come back around to your, if you go back to your spawn room, or your team room, whatever you want to call it, you can get back out. So then it'd be good if everybody can grab as much of the iron gear as you can, because it's expensive to replace. And once you've collected everything you need and all the mobs are dead, there's an exit up here. You'll have to do a bit of climbing to get up there though. Just through this trapdoor, and then this way. And then you're completely out. Then you'll just have to go back to your team room and put the gear. How do I get down there? Yeah, so you can just run to your team rooms. I will make it later on so that you don't need to do this. You can just collect the gear and dump it all in a bin at the exit or somewhere like that. And then there'll be minecarts with chests that'll run over hoppers and put the gear back in. So if we go to blue, each team, beside the door that goes into the spawn room, there's a staircase that will come up here, and this is just where you put all the gear back into. And it just makes it so it's ready for the next game. Sends it down to the dispenser. Alright, and that's the game basically. So one of the changes I'm going to make is I'm probably going to make it so that all the gear, like the chest pieces, the pants and the feet, I'm probably gonna change them from iron to be a random mob drop piece, rather than having to get all the iron that I need to replace all these, because it's going to be really expensive. The only thing I'll worry about is an iron sword and the helmet, and probably the bow because it's pretty cheap. I'll see how many. Although you could get one from. No, I think it's important that the weapons stay like just a standard weapon, and the helmet just because that's kind of like it identifies you to a certain team. So if I just make it so that it's the chest piece, the boots and the pants, then that'll dramatically decrease how much this costs. It'll only be 2 iron for the sword, some wood, string and leather, which isn't so bad. What else was there? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully Saturday will go smoothly. It'd be good to have a test run to trial it out and see what, any issues that need to be addressed or anything like that. But I'm really looking forward to being able to move on to something else. I've got a few other projects that I want to start working on, but I don't want to just abandon this midway through completion. But I will be reviewing it later on and adding some other stuff and tweaking some of the redstone as well, because I'm not happy with some of it and some of it could have been done better, but just with the limited amount of space I had and also the limited amount of resources I've got now, like this here I've been thinking about ripping it up just because I've been so desperate for redstone. But I really like the look of it and I want to keep it. I've had donations of redstone, so that's really helped me out. Now it's iron. I've been visiting the iron farm regularly and got a bit, but basically that there would do one set of armor and a sword. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there for the moment anyway, and I might, depending on what else I get up to, I might have some more later on.